Good morning and thanks for stopping by GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, your source for weather information for the New Jersey, New York, Philadelphia metro area 24 hours a day. I'm forecaster Robert Smith, and this is the in-depth video forecast analysis discussion for Wednesday, September 11th, 2013. Sunrise on this exceptionally hot day today. We find a little bit of fog across interior portions of the region, northeastern Pennsylvania, parts of northern New Jersey, where skies are obscured with low ceilings and fog this morning. And that's because the dew points and temperatures are all uniform. They're in the upper 60s, lower 70s in the New Jersey, New York City metro area, already up to 73 degrees or 75 at Newark this morning. Central Park and LaGuardia also at 73. And the winds are all light from the south at about 5 to 10 miles per hour. And the dew points also reflective of just how moist the atmosphere is today. It's going to be a very, very soupy hot day for the early part of September. Visible satellite this morning shows the dry air and clear skies over the forecast region this morning, and we can find a smattering of mostly dry mid and upper levels in the atmosphere. We have moisture well to the south off the Carolinas and an increase of moisture here going on across the Ohio and Tennessee River valleys. Morning surface chart provided from weatherroanoke.com and weathergraphics.com. Weather Graphics making the graphics here from Weather Roanoke. Bermuda high pressure configuration centered off and along the mid-Atlantic and southern mid-Atlantic and southern southeastern United States coastline, with the center of the high pressure here over the Carolinas, and a return southwesterly flow across the region. Lots of fog in the lower levels this morning. That's going to burn off with sunshine over the next couple of hours. Here is our warm front that passed through yesterday with a smattering of showers as the disturbance raced southeast across New York into Connecticut. And here's our strong cold front with showers and thunderstorms behind it and just ahead of it along it as well. And these showers and thunderstorms will be moving into our forecast region probably during the night, late tonight, and especially during Thursday and Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. Watches, warnings, and advisories. We have small craft advisories until 6 a.m. on Friday morning from around Islip all the way out to Montauk Point and into southern New England as well. Surf zone forecast for New York waters. Basically sunny skies today, high temperatures in the lower 80s. And there is a low risk of rip currents today along the New Jersey and Delaware facing beaches. The beach winds out of the south at 10 to 15, surf around 3 feet. Surf temperature 68 to 73, and the UVI index is high, which means sunscreen is a must. And the tide information today, high tide at Sandy Hook, at Atlantic City, will be at 12:17 this afternoon, and at Rehoboth Beach, high tide will be at 12:44 this afternoon. For the New York waters, the surf zone forecast from Coney Island out to Hither Hills, there's a moderate risk of rip currents today from the southern shore facing beaches. Surf around 3 feet. Surf temperature around 70. There's no threat of lightning today, and the UVI index is high. Rutgers University agricultural forecast. Rainfall amounts today about 1/10 of an inch possible this afternoon. Little expected tonight, and then 1/10 of an inch. Locally higher amounts Thursday and Thursday night. Winds for spraying southwest at 5 to 10 through Thursday. Humidity is 50 to 60% today, 90 to 100% tonight, and 50 to 60% on Thursday. Dew points very uncomfortable through Thursday at 70 to 75 degrees. Dry conditions fair today and Thursday. There's some heavy dew tonight and Thursday night with a chance of wetting and a shower Thursday night. 90% sunshine today, 60% sunshine on Thursday. Storm Prediction Center has this area here from southern New England all the way down through northwestern and central Pennsylvania into the northern reaches of the Ohio Valley and back to Illinois and Indiana. Slight risk for severe thunderstorms during the next 24 hours. And for tomorrow, the same thing, but that shifts a little bit further to the east, impacting northeastern and central Pennsylvania up through central New York and Vermont and New Hampshire. And we'll just have to watch these showers and thunderstorms, as some of these will become intense as they race east-southeast during Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening. For the aviational weather depth today, we have overcast skies, and we do have some fog across the interior portions this morning. There's a few clouds at 15,000 feet. And for the rest of today, we're going to have a few clouds at 15,000 feet, and the skies will be lifting up with a scattered cloud cover, the low and mid variety at about 5,000 feet during this afternoon, with a southwesterly wind at 16 knots. and a broken ceiling across the region with visibilities improving to better than 10 miles here at Newark. The same thing basically for Trenton. There's going to be some haze and mid-level, low-level cloud cover around this afternoon as the fog burns off this morning and the temperatures begin to soar into the lower 90s from the New York City, Newark, Trenton, Philadelphia corridor during today. Going to need lots of water out there today. It's going to be one of those unusually hot September days. The NAM model for this afternoon getting temperatures in the New York City area and the Newark area up to 90 to 95 degrees. And this is the model's output now. The temperatures might be tempered down just a little bit, but it's not out of the question, and we could be coming close to a few records here. As we get through the night tonight, temperatures will probably fall back into the 70s, upper 60s in a few interior locations. Then we do it again tomorrow on Thursday with temperatures again approaching 90 in some urban areas, mid and upper 80s at the over the interior, and cooler right along the immediate coast with temperatures in the lower 80s. And then all that goes by the wayside as Friday, a strong cold front comes through, upper trough moves through too. The temperatures on Friday, especially in the morning, dropping off into the 60s and recovering only basically into the low and mid 70s by the mid to late afternoon hours on Friday with northwesterly winds. It doesn't really look like we're going to see an outbreak of severe weather over the next 24 hours, but there will be some strong thunderstorms across the region, especially on Thursday afternoon and Thursday evening as the cold front and trough approach. And we have just this influx of tropical air coming in from off the Atlantic and from the south, and that's tropical warm air with mid-level temperatures at 5,000 feet above 20 Celsius means surface high temperatures in the low to mid-90s across the region today. Lots of scattered cloud cover, some high cloud cover as well, mostly low cumulus cloud cover this afternoon, mostly clear sunny skies. A very hot day today, temperatures again between 90 and 95 away from the water, and cooler along the immediate coast and south shore of Long Island with that persistent southwesterly flow. And we find on Thursday in the morning as the pre-level trough gets closer here, and also some short waves and cold front approach from the west. We're going to find an influx of additional showers and thunderstorms probably forming across the region, across Pennsylvania, upstate New York, and even portions of central and southeastern Pennsylvania during the afternoon hours. And some of these showers and thunderstorms will begin to race towards the east coast of the New Jersey, New York City, Philadelphia region. Find here the NAM model in the afternoon on Thursday wants to bring the line of showers and thunderstorms ahead of the cold front as it slowly makes its way across. Some of these showers and thunderstorms will race into the region during Thursday night. A little slower than earlier model indications, and those showers and thunderstorms will produce some heavy downpours, some vivid lightning, and some urban flooding in any of the heavier trained showers and thunderstorms. And then a smattering of clouds and clearing as the upper trough and shortwave move through the region during the day on Friday before the trough axis shifts off to the east with a mixture of cloud and sunshine, northwesterly winds, cooler temperatures, and drier conditions for Friday afternoon right through the weekend. GFS forecast in motion. Bermuda high pressure tropical air across the region this afternoon, and then that high shifts off further to the east southeast as the trough begins to dig here through central and southern Canada towards the Great Lakes, and that trough will bring a cold front through the region with energy diving south and east in this embedded upper level flow during the day on Thursday and Thursday afternoon, with showers and thunderstorms moving across the region. The upper low and trough axis begins to shift directly over to the east coast during the day on Friday, and that means a few disturbances here to the north and to the south, especially where the lifting is greater here in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere across southern New England, means that a shower can still be possible, especially early Friday across these regions, and then clearing skies as the trough axis begins to dampen out and move and shift off into the North Atlantic waters. And high pressure reinforces itself across the central plains, and the flow becomes a little flatter during the day with more ridging over the weekend and lots of dry air, westerly component in the upper levels of the atmosphere. And then another dry frontal passage coming through during Monday means that probably very little in the way of shower activity, maybe perhaps some cloud cover later Sunday night and Monday as this axis shifts to the east, and basically just a ridge reforming and basically a westerly, southwesterly component in the mid and upper levels of the atmosphere means moderating temperatures to near seasonable levels again early next week. And today, of course, is the anniversary of 9/11, and we'll never forget And we pray for all of our loved ones and missed ones and families, and basically for the entire world that suffered this horrific tragedy on this day back in 2001, excuse me. In the tropics, a couple of things going on. A trough of low pressure along the coast of the Yucatan Peninsula and Belize is producing some showers and thunderstorms. Some development is possible after the system emerges over the water again. The system has about a 30% chance of becoming a tropical cyclone in the next 48 hours. Upper level winds should be more conducive for tropical depression over the southwestern Gulf of Mexico later in the week. And this system has a high chance, a 70% chance of becoming a tropical cyclone during the next 5 days, with locally heavy rains, gusty winds possible over Belize, Guatemala, and the Yucatan Peninsula of Mexico during the next day or two. Meanwhile, we still are hanging on to Tropical Storm Gabrielle with 50-mile-an-hour winds, central pressure at around 108 millibars. It's located at 32.5 north, 65.7 west, a movement to the northwest at 7 knots. And that means some sea swells possible along the east coast with this as it continues to race east-northeast. And we still have hurricane now. We have Hurricane Humberto with maximum winds now up to 75 miles an hour. That's Category 1. Minimum central pressure 992. It's moving to the north-northwest at 7 knots, and we'll continue to monitor this in the coming days. Don't forget live feeds and live coverage on our websites, GardenStateWeather.com and GardenStateWeather.blogspot.com, with Twitter and Facebook, and you can find us all on there as well. Have a very good Wednesday. Try your best to hang in there, and we'll see you bright and early again on Thursday. For Garden State Weather, I'm forecaster Robert Smith.